We live in an age where getting distracted is easier than ever. For example, I often find myself working on something and then I receive a notification on my phone. Of course, I want to know what it is, so I decide to take a quick look. What happens then are two scenarios. Either I stay busy with my phone, which is very likely, or I put it back in my pocket and continue what I was doing. But no matter how you put it, I got distracted. And what I was initially doing was interrupted. This makes it all take longer than it was actually necessary, or in some cases, it results in me completely stopping with the thing I was doing. Now, there are countless ways we can easily be distracted these days, but that's not what I'm dedicating this video to. I want to talk about that number one skill that can do something about this. And that skill is called concentration. Pure focus. Not letting yourself being distracted and totally focusing on what you are doing and finishing it. I get the feeling that this is something very rare these days. Now, this is not going to be a video where I'm telling you to, hey, you should destroy your phone or live without your phone, delete all of your apps. No, man. Instead, just hear me out, okay? Because many times we know exactly what we should do, but our distraction provides us an opportunity to escape from that. It's probably way more fun anyway, right? But unfortunately, life is not all about the fun. Imagine what you could accomplish if you simply concentrated on whatever it is you need to do and nothing else. It can be truly life-changing. And what I love about it is that concentration is a skill anybody can learn. Definitely, if I can learn it, you can too. You can make crazy progress in your life if you start learning and applying this amazing skill. Start easily with 15 minutes of pure concentration and increase the time as you notice that it's getting better. Concentrate on the most important task. The most important task you have to accomplish that day, and don't get distracted. The more often you do this, the better you will get at it, and it will change your life for the better. Anyway, when you get started with this, be aware that you can avoid many distractions yourself. When you start an important task, put your phone on silent. You have a do not disturb mode on most devices. I recommend using it if you, for example, want to remain reachable for certain people in case of an emergency. You can set exceptions in this do not disturb mode. It's very handy. Another thing is keeping everything tidy. It's also very useful when you want to minimize distractions. A cluttered space usually equals to a cluttered mind. You may have heard this many times, but I just want to emphasize it. For example, think about the rooms in your home. Every room has a purpose. From a practical point of view, nothing should be present other than what the space is intended for. This is not always possible due to a lack of space, because when I look at my own situation, I don't have a personal space in my home where I can do my thing in peace, only when, like now, no one is at home, for example. In such a case, you can, for example, go outside and try to do your thing in nature, or keep the place where you want to work as tidy as possible. When I work on, let's say, my YouTube channel, it's often outside or at a table. It is ideal that the table contains nothing but what I need, and if you are distracted by your partner watching television, you better put in some earbuds or something like that. Also, in this case, it's important to turn on that do not disturb mode on your phone. Do not forget, this really needs to be standardized. It's a lot of those little things you can do yourself to avoid you getting distracted and to keep you focused. There's nothing so annoying that when you are in a certain flow, you get distracted and get out of that flow, especially when you are doing something creative. But don't get me wrong, all this concentration stuff I'm talking about is not something that should only be applied to work and things that you have to do and need to be done. Because this is something you should really listen to. If you're going to do something fun, it's also important that you can concentrate. Nowadays that seems very difficult as well, because just look when you are outside, when you are taking a walk in the park, or when you visit a terrace. Instead of people being busy with each other, they're on their phones. They're on their phones checking social media. If you're going to do something fun, just focus on it, concentrate, and go for it 100%. There's nothing wrong with playing a video game. But if you're going to play, play that game. Be focused and be good, you know what I mean? Just relax ultimately after you have concentrated on completing all kinds of important tasks during the day. What I'm trying to tell you in this video is to develop this concentration skill so you can be present and engaged in whatever you are doing. That's why this skill is so life-changing, because so many people are no longer engaged, they are no longer present, they seem disconnected all the time. And they are constantly present in all kinds of places where they should be more absent. Choose to be present. Choose to live intentionally and fully engage with whatever it is you are doing. Choose concentration and go develop that skill. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. And I'll see you in the next one.